For the scenario, Apple took a big gamble with iPhone 14 range. Give the biggest upgrades to the Pro models to increase differentiation and hope pricing kept sales of standard models flowing. It hasn't worked. A growing number of industry reports now claim sales of iPhone 14 and iPhone 14 Plus models are below expectations. The later Apple's first ever affordable big screen iPhone is reportedly selling in lower volumes than the iPhone SE 3 and iPhone 14 mini. Apple canceled the mini in favor of the Plus due to poor sales. Further reports in the last 48 hours even grimmer. DigiTimes claims Apple's supply chain partners have been ordered to cut iPhone 14 Plus production by 30%. The information goes even further, saying iPhone 14 production has been temporarily halted, while its procurement team reevaluates demand for the product. Its success say two suppliers for the model were told to lower production by 70% and 90% respectively. Capping things off, influential Apple analyst Ming-Chi Kuo wrote on his blog that sales of the iPhone 14 and iPhone 14 Plus are bad, concluding Apple's product segmentation's strategy for standard models fails this year.
For time context, Q4 in 2022 iPhone 14 Plus release. Sometime after the release, it was reported that the sales of iPhone 14 Plus are not doing good. It was very bad that on October 20, Apple decided to stop the production of iPhone 14 Plus. Viewpoint: Tim Cook, Chief Executive Officer or CEO, and co-founder of Apple. The CEO has the highest authority to decide how to solve Apple's problem. He also oversees the entire operation, making him qualified to deal with the problem. Statement of the problems: iPhone 14 Plus sales is dropping. The objective of this study is to figure out what the reason is and how it happened, to give a better conclusion to this problem.
So, for the areas of consideration or analysis, for the strength of iPhone 14 Plus is that it is still a product of Apple, and people buy these gadgets not because of its use, but for the name of the brand. For the its weaknesses is it failed on captivating the eyes of the users due to it having almost the same price as its other variant. For the opportunity that can be made from this is that they can improve it more than what is it now, make a comeback. For the threats, the main threat for iPhone 14 Plus is that its variant are selling more. So for the alternative course of action, the alternative to this problem is to pump up the sales of other variants of the iPhone 14s like the Pro and Pro Max. In this way, the sales drop of iPhone 14 Plus would overcome by its other variants. For the advantage of this is that it can give the spotlight to iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max. For the disadvantage of this is they will surely take some loss in this decision. For the recommendation, we recommend that they first determine why users do not want to purchase the iPhone 14 Plus and instead for the iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max. If that is not the solution, they should stop the production entirely and focus on the other iPhone 14 variants.
For the conclusion or detailed or implementation plan, the iPhone 14 Plus is the Apple's first attempt to be a less expensive big-screen iPhone in recent history. Apparently, the iPhone 14 Plus is underperforming and its sales numbers are significantly much lower than the expectations. Therefore, we conclude that for them to minimize the damage and losses, they have to properly assess the situation in order to give proper solution. The other answer to the problem is to stop the production of the iPhone 14 Plus and push the production for iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max.